It's true. But I want to know a few things about you and what you're doing. Right?
What do you want to know?
Yeah, so Mike, why don't you tell me, first tell me about how you got into all this and what you generally, broadly, like, why is this important to you? How did you get into this? What do you do?
Well, it's a sad story. Do we get to start with a sad story? Because here's the sad story, okay? So, you know, I had this vision, this dream. In my spiritual journey, I had this vision that I was going to have a seminar business, right? And I was at this church, I left this church, and somehow, some reason, I ended up I mean, that was a big downer, right? It's like Baptist preacher becomes insurance agent, something happened. Well, you know, nothing happened except that I just didn't want to deal with all the politics of being a preacher in a country church. And so I asked God for guidance, and I end up that is a big thing, you know, for like everyone was shocked that I did that. So anyway, long story short is that when I went to they had this program that said, if you do what we say, you'll be successful, and if you do it long enough, you'll be rich. And I really wasn't interested in being rich, but I was interested in being financially independent. And my lifestyle is very simple, so it doesn't take a lot for me to be financially independent. But the thing that I was really excited about was that they had a program, and I knew I could do a program. I'm coachable. So I did exactly what they told me. I became Agent of the Year. But in the end, they put me in a lot of debt. The plan was to go into a lot of debt. And it was an official plan. It wasn't just like, this may happen to you. It was like, this is going to happen to you, but you have to go down before you get back up. So, you know, they're coaching me. There are people that, you know, they're Christians. There are people that I trust. They seem to care for me and my family. I'm going to do what they say. So I did it, and I did everything they told me to do, and I was successful. But I was also in debt, and I couldn't handle the debt. So I aborted the coaching plan. And when it was all said and done, I left after 7 years, and they said I had earned $200,000 toward my retirement, and really I ended up with $4,000. So that's what started this whole thing about, do you really know what you're doing? Do you know, if you hired someone to help you plan for your future, do you know that they know what they're doing? And do they have your best interests at heart? And is that really what you want to accomplish? Are you comfortable going that path? Just because they went that path, and just because they turned out to be successful, you know, and I have no doubt that the path they put me on at Northwestern would have been successful had I followed it, but I could not handle it. You know, emotionally, my wife could not handle it either. And so, you know, did we do the right thing? And really, it's on me more than anybody else, because I didn't know what I was doing. I was blindly trusting somebody else. And as a result, I ended up in a place I really didn't want to be. And it espoused, what I was doing espoused values that I really didn't have. So everything was a contradiction for me. And that's what got me into financial planning and helping people understand what they're doing. You know, making sure that they know exactly what they want to do, or at least that they know what someone else is doing for them, and that this path that they're being put on is really a path that they want to stay on, because you got to stay on it to be successful. And if it turns out it's contradictory to your values, and if it turns out it's contradictory to your emotional security, then you're going to have a problem, and you're going to have to abort, and that means you've wasted some time. So I went through that. I just feel like, you know, I should share it with other people. I think God puts me through things that I share with other people. And I know that as a result of what I went through, that I think I could share certain lessons, avoid certain steps, so that you really can check yourself at different places along the way to say, this is what I want to continue to do. And if you learn how to do that, I think you feel like, hey, I get it. I get what's going on. I'm not being led blindly down this path, this primrose path that's going to turn out to be disaster or turn out to be fantastic. I think no matter how it turns out, you ought to have responsibility, take the responsibility, and be accountable for the decisions that are being made for you, whether you've hired someone or not. They're really your decisions. You have to live with them. And it's your money, it's your future, so therefore it should be your decision. my deal is, how can I help you know that you're making a good decision for you, as opposed to everyone else in the room? I mean, we're all different. Let's say we all want to retire at the same age and have the same amount of money. Well, we're all so different, we're going to do it different ways, and we're going to feel different as we do it. So how do I help you make your decisions? That's why I am doing what I'm doing.